My name is Ocean Gross, and I make my money based off of growing and scaling businesses. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what keeps most businesses small for a very long time, possibly forever. And this is people will take money out of their business because they see it like a cash cow and not building enterprise value. Of course, I make no income claims, no guarantees. This is just for educational purposes only. I want you to know what it looks like to actually reinvest into your business and grow your own business instead of just sucking it dry and funding a lifestyle that no one really cares about anyways, because at the end of the day, the only person that you should be focused on impressing is your future self, and no one else matters. No one cares. So you want to focus on impressing just your future self. So let's get into it. So there's two businesses here. And in the first business example, I've looked at online, the average business in 2024 does $1.2 million every single year. And so let's assume about a 40% gross margin, which is an average business. We're just sticking with averages here, but you're watching this, so you don't want to be average. You want to be above average, so that's why you're here. 40% margins, which equals $480,000, $480K. That's some profit that you can pull out of your business. Now, what people do when they want to stay small is they'll subtract most of that and they'll just say, I'm going to use this money to fund my lifestyle. And so they'll just take out most of that money, 470, and now you're left with 10K to put back into your business, and that's not enough for your business to be able to survive and grow. That is just enough to keep it sustaining. So you pull the money out and then they'll live this lavish lifestyle. They'll buy the car, the watch before they need to. There is no reason to do that. I don't know anyone who is way farther ahead than I am in business that would look down upon me for saving money. I don't know anyone, and if anyone does shame you, who the f cares? Who cares? These people's opinions are worthless. The only person that you should be concerned about is yourself. And I see people taking from their future selves because they think it's cool. There was someone who's claiming that he was making $100,000 a month and he spent $40,000 going on a ski vacation. And I said, you are only taking from yourself. A ski vacation is not worth, that's half of your month's income on a ski vacation. But because you're smart, you're not going to do stupid stuff like that. So let's take the second example. We're going to stay with that 40% profit margin, and on average, you're going to still have that 480K in your business. And so the smart person, what they're going to do is they're going to reinvest that. They're going to find a way to only live off of, let's say, 60K, which is, yeah, it's hard, but people can do that. And so now you're left with, 420, 20K left. And so on average, if you reinvest that money into marketing, you may be able to see something like a 10x return on ad spend. So you're going to reinvest that, you're going to put that back times 10 because that's what you're returning. You're returning that, you're putting that into paid ads, and you're expecting dollars to come back for you because you're reinvesting back into your business. And so now you have $4.2 million in business. But if we go back to that original margin, so times 40% margin, this is what can be life-changing money because you're now no longer stuck playing small for the rest of your life. You've just delayed gratification. You haven't taken the money out of your business and you've let the business grow as it should be growing. And so now you're left with $1.68 million in profit that you can reinvest or pull some of it out if you want to. So if you go look at the biggest businesses like Apple, they could be trading at something like a 30x multiple of EBITDA. Software companies can trade at a 30x multiple of profit margin. So that's how some of these larger companies are valued. But the smaller companies are valued a little bit less. So 1.68 million in profit, you may get a 5x multiple on profit if you decide to sell that. And so now you have a business that is worth $8.4 million. The difference is, when you're smaller, people are willing to buy an asset that will cash flow the money. And so as you grow in size, the risk goes down. So people are more likely, they perceive the value of the business to go up as well because there's less risk in bigger businesses than there are in smaller businesses because smaller businesses fluctuate all the time. Bigger businesses have less of those very high fluctuations in general. So you now have a business that's not only making you more money, but also worth more money. And so you can, if you wanted to sell and someone was willing to pay that, you could sell for 8.4 million instead of just continuing to pull out that lifestyle cash when you're just trying to impress people who their opinion doesn't matter. You don't spend any time with it. You have to live with yourself. You don't have to live with these other people. So why are you worried about impressing them? This is a fundamental reframe that took me way too long to figure out. So I hope this helps you. And if you want to figure out where you can reinvest your profits into your business, click the link below, join us. We are Capital. At the end of the day, you're an allocator. You allocate resources in your business, and your job is to allocate it to the areas that can have the highest return. So what do those areas look like? The right systems, the right people, the right marketing so that you can grow. And if you want that, click the button below. And if you like this video, you also might like this video as well.